Hey everybody, welcome to Mr. Mumble's block. Come on in, let's see what we've got today.
You want to get under my skin and call yourself a friend. I've got more friends like you. What do I do? Is there no
The Skally-hood. No, I didn't just come back from the beach, but I figured I had to have some sort of lid on to do a video. This is the one summer straw fedora that I have. I actually have another that's inbound from Strakowski, so that's going to be kind of cool. But I also have, yeah, it's a Strakowski Panama hat, like Panama Jack. You know that guy that was on all the t-shirts in 1985. But I also got a black fedora, black Strakowski fedora, and both of those were eBay pickups for kind of a steal. So anyways, let's see, I'm trying to figure out what I want to talk about today here. First of all, principally, we have unboxing, but also let's talk about some of these new caps. Oh yeah, this guy. So I did a Facebook post. Basically, I love all things aviation. I was a pilot. Still am a pilot. But yeah, my wings were kind of clipped a little bit. So yeah, I haven't flown in a while, but I grew up just loving airplanes, aircraft. And you know, when I first started getting into the cap world and cap collecting, I saw that Spitfire from Strakowski, and it really resonated with me. The brown hues of that Abraham mole, and you know, the beautiful liner and the pin, and then the whole story of the Poland fights and the 303rd Squadron. So yeah. So anyways, I was told, hey, that yeah, you're never gonna get one of those because those are gone. That's like a grail. It's like the Reykjavik. Speaking of the Reykjavik, some lucky bastard out there freaking picked one up for $90 on Poshmark, I heard. You know, there's a auction about to go down that, man, you know, some of the heavy hitters in that thing, could go upwards of $1,000+, maybe $2,000, you know, which is, that might be the record for any sort of newsboy hat. But anyways, I thought, man, you know, I would love to pay homage to, you know, basically make my own facsimile of a Spitfire. So I said, you know what? Well, the other RAF, Royal Air Force airplane in the Battle of Britain was the Hurricane, the Hawker Hurricane. So, you know, I can basically do a kind of an analog. The poor man's Spitfire, I'll do the Hurricane. And the Hurricane was just a few years, it wasn't quite obsolete. It was a very good gun platform for hitting the German bombers, and it had 8 Browning, basically 50 caliber. You know, they were British guns, just like our Browning M2. But so it had a lot of firepower. It was not as maneuverable as the Spitfire or the ME-109, but it acquitted itself very well. So I kind of wrote a little blurb on the Strakowski page, and I said, hey, you know what? I went out and I bought some pins, and anyways, I bring you the Hurricane, okay? And this is kind of my ode to the Spitfire and the 303rd Squadron. Now, I actually have a pair of silver Polish eagle wings that will also be put on this. But, you know, I see a lot of people sporting the salt and pepper Shelby, and it's so light, you know, even, you know, it's even the summertime, it's warm, but, you know, I'd like to think that maybe the next couple of weeks I'll be, I have a hard time with temperature regulation and anything. If I get hot, you know, I can't have it on me. So I don't know if I'm brave enough to put this on tomorrow. Anyways, I wanted to show you that. That's Mumbles Hurricane. Okay. So let's get into some pins, and then we can segue into the main theme. I wanted to give a big shout out to Josh Reiger, and look at that. That's the old Skallytore on that beautiful purple herringbone. Like, now, where are you ever going to see a combo like that? And look at Skallytore. He looks more like the Terminator, I think, with the red eyes. But it's like I said, I posted on Facebook. I said, man, that is by far the sickest pin I own, I think. I actually got some pins that are supposed to be on the way from, there are a couple companies out there, but let me show you the other one. Really beautiful. And as a matter of fact, I know I got it on here somewhere. If I don't, you'll have to, oh yeah, here we go. Boom. Boom, there we go. He was signed down there, the little olive mucrose, but check out the Celtic cross, man. It is so intricate. Very well done. And as a matter of fact, I said I'm gonna have to get two. So there's the second one. All right. So we're set on Celtic crosses, and loving it. Let's see. I picked up a nutcracker. This is a cool pin. So yeah, I'm kind of whittling down my Boston Scally collection, but some of the holiday collection for the Christmas holidays. I'm talking, not Halloween. Man, we got the Scarecrow. Scarecrow's sick. But anyways, I reached out to a guy. He was selling a nutcracker, and you don't see many of these for sale. And beautiful 8-panel nutcracker. This is actually, I'm fitting into a medium large now, and I like the way that fits. But you're kind of curious, who is this guy? Well, that is the Krampus. Check him out, man. You know, that is so cool. It's Krampus, and he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, but he's got like peppermint horns, right? Like he's kind of like the boogeyman. You know, if you're bad. Boosted brims. That guy, he is that Chris Gotti? I believe. Anyways, he's making a Santa's shit list cap, and that's an 8-panel, and it's predominantly gray and black, and he does a lot of embroidery, but he's got a big lump of coal on the back. He's embroidered, and then on the inside, it's Santa, and he's going like this. He says, "You ain't getting shit." So I thought, man, that's pretty cool. Need to get that guy. So, man, I had to pick this up because it's very striking. I was not a Marine. I was a Navy guy, but I had a Marine Corps drill instructor in Pensacola 26 years ago almost. And so I have the utmost respect for the Marines. The job that I had before this one, I worked at the Marine Corps base at Quantico, Virginia. So, oorah, semper fi, yut, chesty puller, devil dog. And so the devil dog in German is Teufelheunden. And the Marine Corps, the United States Marine Corps, actually got that name. The Germans called these. They had never seen anything like it. They'd seen the American Doughboys, but they were like, this is some sort of elite unit we're fighting. They fight like hounds from hell, devil dogs, Teufelheunden. And so that's stuck. So that's why you see that the Marine Corps adopted that English bulldog, and I love it, man. I love all these newsboys. I love the Hales flannels. This one's unique. It's got the leather and the corduroy. Really cool, man. Really cool, nice corduroy. And yeah, I think that's just a killer lid. All right, so speaking of funky blimps, funky blimps. Here we go. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. All right, home of Garth Brooks. No, I don't know. Brian Bosworth. I have no idea. Those are the only two Sooners I know. Actually, Garth went to Oklahoma State. So did Barry Sanders. He's the only other alum. That's not Norman. Norman's OU. Sooners. Okay, the first one I'm going to show you guys. I had to have this. Because. All right, here we go. And I find myself stacking my flat caps like flapjacks, Johnny cakes. All right, this is the Hooligan flat, and I got the Hooligan. That's that's Grim. Yeah, that guy. Anyways, that's the mascot, Grim, and so the companion to that cap is going to be the Laird Newsboy. And this is in a 59 from Laird. And there you have it. Okay. And if you go to their website, I think that I got the very last 59 because I made sure it was in my cart. I went back a minute later to refresh. 59s were gone. So, oh mama, that's like butter. Gosh, I love this. And I got tickets today to go to the Maryland Renaissance Fair. And I asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, guy, you kind of got an idea what I look like. Got the facial hair, you see my stature. Give me some ideas. I don't want to go as a freaking forest sprite or a fairy or a freaking, dwarf or, something out of Pan's Labyrinth or some shit. No. So I said, just, shoot. So a lot of the pictures I was giving it, full body, some of the selfies I take to show off the new caps. So it takes a composite of all those and basically it spit out just a peaky Scally wearing mofo, like in different, there was one that's like Highlander guy and he's got this, and there's another guy, wearing a kilt. And I thought to myself, that's what I want to be wearing to the Renaissance Fair, man. It's not, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna get a kilt. I want to get a Black Watch kilt. And so this isn't Black Watch, but I want to see the contrast. Have some of the Black Watch, but also have this. So, oh man, I love this. Good God, I mean, like, they don't put out a bad cap, and then you know what? Even that liner, that everyone is different, but that I wouldn't call that. Maybe it is olive. Or a seafoam green. I don't know. But the Laird Funky Brims collaboration it's just on point. It's on point. And man, I'm so glad that, I don't know how many years ago it was that Chris Lopp found those guys, the Laird Hatters in London, UK. Okay, so here, the coup de grace, encore. Oh boy, and you know what? The word on the street with this cap was, in certain sizes, you were more likely to get a certain type of brim due to, and I forget the reason why. Some of the brims had the white and blue pattern, and then, but I happen to get the brown. Okay, the brown felt brim, and this is the funky peaky, or I know I'm saying that wrong. The funky blinder. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Is this the funky blinder cap? Hold on. Let me see on the invoice. The funky blinders, fall 26, Brooklyn. Layered. Man. But I saw this and I was determined that I'm not going to miss this drop. Come hell or high water. I set my alarm. I actually did, no shit. And was it 9 p.m. last Thursday evening? 8:55, I'm refreshing that page over and over and over. Boom, it drops. And I was there. And so, and my understanding was, like, within 10 minutes, these were gone, because there were people posting that they were doing the same exact thing that I was doing, and because of the sheer volume of people trying to get on and get this funky blinders, they just, some folks just missed out. Well, I was one of the lucky ones, and oh boy, this is Magnifico. Okay, magnum opus, which is Latin for like great freaking work, the greatest. The Brooklyn graphite dragon scale, the Brooklyn Loden wool oxblood newsboy. They just keep coming, and now the funky blinders. Well, this is just fantastic. I think I'm set for fall. I am going to be curtailing my hat habit. At least go on a little bit of a break, a sabbatical, as it were. And I think it's good. I think it gives me a time to reappraise what's actually important in life. And actually more important, to enjoy what I have, because it's like I've been getting so much stuff. I really haven't even had time to sit down and appreciate these things. I just want to appreciate each and every cap. Wear it as often as I can. I'm having fun, and really, really excited to be part of the Skally-hood, which is part of the larger Scally-verse. You're just in this little neighborhood called the Skally-hood with Mumbles. So, have a blessed Friday, and stay safe this weekend, all right? Take care, y'all. Peace. Hey, everybody. It's Mumbles coming back at you. So, I was a little premature because no sooner had I logged off and I was going to say goodnight and goodbye for the weekend and until next time. I dug around the box and I noticed, man, I was remiss in not showing you this killer British Bulldog. Look at this guy. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going out on a limb. Maybe he's not British. Maybe he's no, that's an English Bulldog. Okay, he kind of reminds me of Sir Winston Churchill. But you know what? What a great pin for this cap. And oh, by the way, I had an extra RAF rondelle, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on as well. Why not? You know, because I'm becoming sort of an Anglophile after watching Downton Abbey. We're on season 4, and man, I'm hooked. And actually, check this out. Oh, this is kind of cool. Maybe I should have called this episode A Tale of Two Bulldogs. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. You know, we got a bulldog theme going on. I did have a French bulldog. His name was Milton. Did not work out. He was kind of a rescue dog. That's a story for another day. It was unfortunate. But anyways, yeah. So not to belabor the point, I just wanted to show you the very cool pin. Take care. Bye.